Hello everybody, it's Jacob Adams here at Gold's Gym in Edinburgh, Texas. I'm here with...
Hello guys, I'm Joseph Guetta. And Joshua Lewis here, I'm a personal trainer here at Gold's Gym.
We wanted to get on here and just give you some insight as to something that's been on our minds, or some topics that we've seen roll out over the last couple of months. We haven't been on here in a while. Our Instagram had some issues, so we're gonna have to start a new one and stuff like that. But anyway, today we have some topics to go over. Just like each one of them has a topic. Who wants to go first? Do you want me to go first? Do you guys want to go first?
I could go first.
All right, Josh.
My topic today is about what is cool about what you do. And when I introduced myself, I said I'm a personal trainer here at Gold's Gym. And I think what's cool about what I do is I just helping people like learn how to move their bodies, how to lose weight, and just meeting like different people, different like come from different lifestyles, different areas. It's cool to meet them.
Yeah. Actually, I relate to that because I remember when I first started. One of my clients back in the day, he had like a little plane. He would have a plane. He'd go to different places, and I was like, damn, bro, this guy's got a plane. You know. And so that was really interesting. He would tell me about what motivated him and stuff. And I think that one of the things that I love about being a trainer is our clients learn from us fitness, and so many times I've seen it, at least I learned from them, like philosophies or lessons and stuff like that.
Because I'm actually training his name's Jonathan, he's like a doctor. He's gonna be a doctor, and like he knows more about like the body than me, and like how like more stuff functions, because that's what he does. Like he's not a personal trainer, but like he knows about like internal organs and stuff like that. That stuff's crazy, like hormones and stuff like that.
What did he tell you? Like, was there anything he told you that you could share?
Just because I think he wants to be like a gastrointestinal doctor, and he just tells me like how all this just how the organs work, and I'm just like, it's crazy.
I also have
nothing in particular though. Nothing like.
I can't think of it right now, but like just.
Okay.
I also have a client who's just got into physical therapy school there at UT Galveston, and training him, he knew what I knew about the body, or he even knew like more than I did at that point. So it's cool to kind of get their perspective on, the body and whatnot when we're the ones training them also.
Yeah, definitely. So that's cool. Like meeting people that are, I was telling Josh, a lot of time our clients are even people going places. Like that's typically the people that I've seen get trainers. People that are, one of our clients here, he's done a testimonial with us. He's only 19, and he started out because he wanted to do it right. And so there's a mix of people, but oftentimes it's people that are, I could say, going places, like you say, physical therapists, a doctor, business people, teachers, nurses. Like that's a lot of the times what I've seen, like trainers. Is that all you want to share today, Mr. Josh? On your topic?
Yeah, I think that's it.
Just for today, that's it? Okay, cool. Okay, Mr. Joseph, what do you want to share with us?
So I'm going to be talking about one of my biggest breakthroughs. About 3 years ago, I used to weigh 380 pounds. Had to deal with all different types of adversity throughout the process, but 380. Yeah. Now I'm currently weighing 203 pounds, which means I've lost a total of 177. But yeah, I came to the point 3 years ago to where my health was, serious. It was a serious issue.
Like what?
So,
like what? Did you actually have any kind of health effects, or was it just the weight? Like some people, they'll get heavy and it doesn't catch up to them yet. Like their body really just helps them. Did you have anything like high cholesterol, like anything that you could think about, or was it just the weight?
It was just the weight, but then there were points to where like when I was living back at home, like I'd be sitting on the couch and my brother and my mom would be like, "Why are you breathing so loud?"
Yeah.
And it's it's like damn, like that's where it hits you, and you're like, you know what, like I need to do something about this.
How were you breathing, dude? Like was it like
heavy, like
really?
And me not noticing it.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, like
bro. That's your heart was probably working a fuck ton.
Oh yeah. I'd send videos to my brother of whatever it was, when I was there in San Antonio. and he in the background he'd be like, dude, you're breathing, like I can hear it through the video how bad it is.
Damn.
So it was pretty serious, hearing all that, but
Yeah, and you were telling me, you told me a little bit about your story. One thing I think people might want to hear is, what was one of the things that got you, like, to change? So you were at 380, right? There you are, 380, you're breathing a little heavy. What kind of like broke you into like, hey, I gotta do something? What
Yeah.
some were the key moments?
yeah, so there were just, simple like day-to-day problems in my life to where like it'd be, having to do with a certain someone, for example, a relationship, and it not working out the way I wanted it to, and so emotions come, stirring in, and feelings are all over the place. I'm angry at one point, I'm embarrassed at one point, I feel, shameful at one point, and it's just like all these emotions just got to me, and it was like, what, it's time to do something, like time to make yourself happy and stop feeling this way about yourself, and just, make this change. So I think going through all those different types of feelings that I went through was the outcome of me losing that weight, because it really, put me through all of that.
There's somebody that we, I know, Josh, remember that lady that we met last week that she's a little overweight, and
Oh yeah.
maybe he would be better to work with her if he's already,
That's true. Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah, I don't know, just a thought because of your story.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could relate more.
Okay, so, and you were, like, I think that you told me a little bit about, may I share a little bit about what you told me about, they already said it, but like that girl a little bit, may I share a little bit about
Yeah,
that?
of course,
and,
no problem.
And not to get personal, just more to kind of give the viewer some insight. Like, sometimes I've trained people and they're looking for that special someone. And these people sometimes are very out of shape. And it's hard, I think, for them to meet people because people gravitate towards fit, healthy people.
Yeah.
It's the way it is.
It's just like instinct, like natural.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so it's hard. And so you told me, hey man, you have a good heart, right?
Yeah.
And you kind of felt like, man, this person doesn't see my worth because of the way you looked at the time or the weights, right?
Yeah.
So what would you tell the viewer about that? Or how would you, because I have my own opinion on it, but what do you think about that? That like, there's a natural inclination to get attracted towards fitness, right? But at the same, when you're on the receiving end of that, or you could say the opposite, the receiving end of the opposite of that, which is in this moment, hey, someone's like, no, like, what does that feel like to you? Like, what's that? So I'm not good enough, or like, what's that feeling like?
Yeah, it was like that. It made me feel like, first off, I wasn't confident at all in myself. Like I couldn't go up and talk to, if it was, a random girl or like even someone in my classroom, just because I was embarrassed with how I looked. But when that feeling you get when someone does that to you, I think in the long run it's for the best. Just being able to deal with those feelings and turn into something good with the way I did, really does benefit you in the future. So
Okay, cool,
Yeah.
cool. Right on. So, just to kind of close up this topic that's kind of the main thing you want to share.
yeah.
I'd say that it's a tough reality that we have to process. And the more, like, let's just put it like this, say that you hadn't experienced those feelings, you might still be 380,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So and I think that's sort of the thing with life. When it gives you a hard reality, you can use it to fuel you to be better, or you can use it to fuel you to a deeper, black hole, or like a deeper health issue, right?
Yeah.
So I'm happy that you chose to, you let it drive you, and
Yeah.
you told me you put things together, you made a plan, and stuff like that, and here you are. So that was 2018. You weighed that, right?
2018.
What month was it? Beginning of 2018?
Right beginning. It was actually I
January?
got home for Christmas break. They told me that January comes around. That's when it all
So
started.
January. So 2019 is 1 year. 2020 is another year. How'd you deal with COVID? Like, were you still working out? Because the gym shut down for a little bit.
Yeah, COVID. I was working out at the house. I'm not gonna lie to you. You know, during COVID, there was a certain point to where I just, you're stuck at the house all day and you're like, you get lazy.
What did you weigh at the end of 2018?
End of 2018.
More or less. 50 pounds maybe you lost that year?
No, honestly, the first year I was telling Josh that I was doing it the wrong way in regards to.
So you didn't really lose too much?
No, I did. My first year I lost, I think, about 100 pounds.
100 pounds.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it was to the point to where I was just doing cardio, wasn't having enough carbs or enough fats, just having the protein.
Kind of like starving yourself.
Yeah, kind of like in that part. And I got down to like 200 some, and I was like, damn, like the scale looks nice, but I'm not happy with what I see in the mirror.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like the number's there, and that's all I've cared about. Was the number.
Yeah.
But you start to get more into it, and you're like, no, it's not about the number. It's about how you feel with yourself when you look at yourself in the mirror.
Fair enough.
So
fair enough.
That's true.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for sharing that story. I'm sure we'll hear more about it because it's a big story and everything. Now, the one wanted to talk about comparing yourself to others. As a trainer, one thing that I've seen is, let's say somebody starts off. Let's say I trained someone in the past and they weighed 200 and change. Let's say a female weighed 200 and change or 180. I forget the weight. And she had gone down like 10 to 15 pounds in about a month and a half to 2 months. A good healthy weight loss, right? And she started seeing her friends do Herbalife, and her friend is getting likes on Instagram, and she's taking those booty pics, right? And I think she started feeling like a little jealous, and that's what it by comparing. And so before you knew it, she sabotaged herself and she quit training, right? So it's weird. Like sometimes when you compare yourself to others, it can make you give up on yourself.
Feels like your
100%.
motivation or.
And it can do the opposite. You have to be real careful. You have to be real careful with the comparison. Like, if I compare myself to Eminem as a rapper, dude, I'm nothing. I'm a joke, right? And the good thing is I don't want to be a rapper, but you get it. Like, now let's just say someone like your Grant Cardone or something. Like, yeah, that'd be great to be at that level, right? But he's 60-some years old, right? And so and you put in that context. Well, okay, I'm younger than that, so I can time can go on. I can get there eventually, right? So there's sometimes when you compare yourself with others, you can be inspired and work and put in the work, right? And then sometimes you compare yourself with others and then you give up and sabotage yourself. And that's my main sort of public service announcement. All right, thank you for coming from our Tech Talk. We'll see you next time. Anything guys want to add to that?
Yeah, so I've seen that with clients as well, and
You've seen that before?
Yeah, and I've experienced it with myself too. But there were times where I was using it in a negative way, to where I was like, damn, I don't look like them. Like what's the point?
Who are you comparing yourself to, like Steve Hung or like
just like random.
Is there a bodybuilder you compare yourself to?
That I compare myself to?
That compared, like.
Oh, that compared. No, not really. I mean, considering the fact, like, my favorite, like, has to be, like, Bradley Martin right now. Just because I've been watching this stuff.
Oh, my phone's recording. I'm like, let me see Bradley Martin. Let me see.
But I've never really compared. I mean, the guy's an absolute unit.
A unit? I never heard that word.
Huge.
A unit. Is he good? Let me see this dude. This guy's pretty large. Is that him?
Yeah.
I've heard of him. I've heard of him. He's cool. Cool dude.
Yeah, but it'd just be like.
So you'd be like, I'll never be there or something like that? Like.
Well, not with that specifically. It'd just be like, I'd see other guys in the gym, and I'd be like, damn, like these guys are in shape and I can't, and I'm not even there yet. But then again, I'd be like looking at them and be like, you know what? Quit complaining. Put in the work and get yourself there. Like.
How happy are you for where you started to where you are now? So you were at 380? You said 380? Mm-hmm. Okay, every time when you say it right, it's like, yeah, okay. So a quarter ton. It's kind of towards a quarter ton.
Yeah.
So how do you feel compared to, obviously you're way better,
Yeah.
you're in a way better position,
Yeah.
duh, right? And now what's your goal? Like, because the targets keep moving, right? That's the
Yeah.
thing with fitness. Like, the targets keep getting better.
Yeah.
Like, what's your target now? What's your goal now?
Just to try and right now my goal is to try and like get as cut as I can be, in regards to trimming down the little stubborn belly fat I have, or
That's the hardest stuff, right?
it is the hardest, yeah. But that's what I'm just
like the love handle there.
yeah, that's where I'm just trying to be, try to get like looking as good as I can, where I'm content, look at myself in the mirror. But I feel you just gotta keep pushing through that. I mean, it doesn't take overnight. Like
Right.
it takes a while. I mean, I can say that I did it for 3 years doing this, so it's gonna take longer.
What might make you? What is a potential threat to make you go back to being overweight? Because that's something people relapse.
Yeah.
So what might be a threat that, like, what do you feel about pizza now? Like, let's say if I said, hey, I have some stuffed crust pizza, man, let's go.
See, like I can do that, but like back then I couldn't limit myself.
You would just what? Attack
I
the
would
whole
just
pizza?
attack. Like, and this now I
Okay,
can,
so
like,
okay, so let's go back. Okay, so hey, man, here's stuffed crust pizza, guys. And then, so what happens next?
right now.
Back then, what would happen next?
Oh, I just keep going until I could.
But there's 3 people, so you gotta share. So what would you do? Would you be like, hey, would you be watching, make sure I didn't get too many?
Oh no, I'd be fair at that point, but there were times.
So,
where, like,
if it came down to like community property, you'd share.
Yeah,
But if
of course.
but if it was just
if
you,
it was just me, I'd go all in.
so
Like a lion attacking the prey.
All in?
Like I go
All
all
in?
in. Yeah.
so the whole pizza's yours.
Yeah.
So I've done a stuffed crust back when like last year. I would do a stuffed crust in like 2 sittings. So I hit 4 up and lay down and watch a little TV, and then I would like after 2-3 hours, and I'd start polishing off the rest. Okay. Well, what about you guys? Like, how long does it take? I don't do that no more. I mean, that gets you fat quick.
Yeah.
It gets you, especially as you start getting older. You do that at 21 years old. Occasionally, you can kind of swing it a little bit.
Yeah.
But as you get older, it's like you're gonna pay the price. So what about you, Josh? Everybody likes pizza, dude. Like, it's a thing.
I love stuffed crust pizza from Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I love that pizza.
So
That's
what?
the best one. It's the best one.
It's the best.
Because you were overweight at one point, that speaks volumes to people. Because it's like that guy, he probably knows what's up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And to be just kind of, we can make light of it now, right?
Yes, of course.
So
Yeah.
so like back in those days when you were at that, did you kind of know all of like the little buffets and their deals and shit like that? Because I have a friend who's a little overweight.
Yeah.
And I mean that respectfully, like a little dude. So it's like he kind of knows all of the like restaurant ins and outs.
Yeah, so when I was up there like UTSA, I'm telling you, I had the food apps on my phone to where I get coupons from like Sonic, buy one get one free on the wings.
Ah, see, that's what I mean. That's what I
Yeah,
mean.
see, like,
you know
I
the
knew-
little deals. You
I
know
knew
the
that
little
was-
deals.
I knew that was on Tuesday specifically, and like I knew the way around.
So
it.
look, we weren't planning to talk about this, but that's a good indicator that you're messing up, folks. If you know of all of the little deals, of all the restaurants and all the little fattening foods, you gotta know the same thing, but like for healthy stuff.
Yeah.
Like if you could tell me, if you by the opposite is, hey man, one day I went to Sprouts and they were having a special on sockeye wild caught salmon for $10 a pound. And that was nice. It's like, oh, okay, this guy's paying attention to himself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that. It's like, come on, it's the same thing, but just kind of start changing the palate over. For those who don't want to lose weight, losing weight is like a thing. Everybody wants. I want to lose 10 pounds, right? Josh, you want to lose weight?
Yeah, lose weight, but like
Get more muscle.
Yeah.
So thanks for sharing your story so much, and Joshua, to you too, of course, and I hope that you got some insight there as we start closing up, because I know you got a trained client here. Be ready for more of these videos every other day or every day, guys. We have a lot of cool things we're cooking up for you. Any last words, gentlemen, before we let the folks go?
No, that's it. Just stick to your plan.
Yeah.
Stick to your plan. Yeah, keep going.
You? Any last words? That's it?
Yeah, just don't give up on your plan, guys. Keep going. You're Your dreams are as high as you set them.
As for myself, I plan to do legs right now and just crush it about 30 sets or so. I want to go a little heavy on the legs and, you know, whatever. It's game time, man. It's Monday.
One step at a time.
How you feel about Monday should tell you a lot about, I'll leave you with one final thought. The way you feel about a Monday will tell you a lot about how successful you are. Not even, it doesn't necessarily mean you're there, but the way you feel about it, it tells you how you're thinking, it tells you what you want out of life. Because if you only think Saturdays are the best days, you know, that only happens 52 times a year. So what, you're only like 52 days out of the year, out of 365, it's not a big percentage. So but if you can learn to love a Monday, you're a force to be reckoned with. All right, see you at the gym.